Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to chat with you guys about 7 habits that kept me broke. Let's get right into it. Okay, many people, as you guys know, live on a lower income. But I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I've actually met some people that live on a lower income. I'm talking that they make anywhere from $30,000 to $45,000 approximately, and they're thriving. And I'm going to tell you some of the reasons why. Number one of the biggest reasons is they say no to a lot of stuff that many Americans purchase, and maybe people from other countries as well. Okay, so here are the reasons why. For me, number one, I was really living above my means and trying to keep up with the Joneses, spending money that I actually had, or doing like 6 months no interest, things like that. So I wasn't charging and going into debt per se, but I would overspend on things. And I was just acting like I had more money than I actually had. Nothing wrong with enjoying the fruits of your labor, but I was overspending and just basically kind of trying to keep up with what was in style and what other people were spending money on. So let's say I was invited to a party where you may order things. We'll say it's a kitchenware or makeup or things like that, or decorations. I mean, you know, instead of just saying no thank you and not going to the party, hey, I wanted to be social. I wanted to go to the party. So I would end up buying things, okay, that I didn't need because I felt obligated, which brings me to number 2. Even though I think it's wonderful to give, right? God loves a cheerful giver. But I have always been someone that, what I would say, overgives, where it's just never enough. And I go above and beyond. I spend more money than I need to. Instead of just giving somebody a nice simple gift, you know, I would go way overboard when it comes to gifts, which makes me, for number 3, I didn't prioritize savings. And that would be something that would be good to prioritize. I just, you know, didn't think about it. I thought, well, as long as my bills are paid, I might have put a little in savings, but I didn't have savings as a major priority, and I also did not automate savings. That's what I wanted to say. Number 4, which just kind of all goes together, I put other people first. One important thing to note is that if you are living on a budget, and no matter what income you make, in my opinion, your 4 walls are the most important thing. You may make people angry along the way because you're going to have to say no thank you to a lot of things. And this kind of all goes together. So there's times where people were selling things and I felt an obligation. A lot of these things I'm talking about today come from a spirit of I felt obligated. People pleasing. I didn't want to disappoint people. I didn't want to make people mad. You know, all of this goes with that. So, you know, taking care of your 4 walls and taking care of you and your family comes first. And you may have to say no or no thank you to a lot of things. No thank you, that doesn't help me meet with my financial goals. No thank you, that's not on my budget at this time. Thanks for thinking of me anyway. I didn't do that. I always felt kind of an obligation. So I was putting other people's needs first before my own. And number 5, I had too many services and too many auto ships. And I hated the hassle of canceling auto ships, so I kept certain products and services. Not that they weren't nice, but they weren't absolute needs, and many of them weren't bringing me that much value. For example, there was one friend that I was ordering health and wellness products from her every single month, and yeah, they were nice products, and I know it helped her family out, but I put that above our own family's needs. So you kind of see a theme here with all of this, right? And so basically, I had too many services and too much automation or auto ship. Nothing wrong with it if you need it and it's in your budget, but other things, I didn't know how to prioritize. That was my biggest issue. Okay, number 6, thinking as long as I paid all my bills that I was frugal. As long as I was never late on a bill and I didn't have credit card debt, that I was frugal, which is extremely wrong because I overspent on a lot of things that I did not need and didn't bring our family value. Number 7, thinking that if I shopped at thrift stores and garage sales, that it made our family frugal, or I used coupons. No, it didn't. There's so many areas where I feel like I wasted money and didn't get a lot of value and overspent. Maybe I didn't do enough research. You know, like I said, many times I think a lot of the habits that keep us broke are habits of people pleasing, and we may not even realize it. we may not want to say no. And so that's kind of the point I'm getting at. I've made a lot of improvements. Unfortunately, many people make these improvements when it's too late or they're in a situation where they're forced to make them. So I want to hear from you in the comments below before signing off. Let me know some habits that you have either had in the past or you may even have now that sometimes keep you broke, or some things you'd like to improve on. I want to hear from you below. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Thanks, everybody.